Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Muddyfeet TV. It's been a little while since we've done anything. I got propane running. I just got my fire started in my Oyler. We're letting that dude. It's up to temperature, but we gotta get some coals built for it to get the whole benefit of the project. We're gonna put some briskets on today. I've got 3 here I picked up from Sam's. So we're gonna give them a cook. Kind of got all my stuff here together, but that's our project this time. These are pretty good looking briskets that we gathered up from there. We're gonna take it here and get some fat trimmed off of it. We're gonna get this little area right here. I don't know if y'all can see or not. I'm gonna try to move y'all without touching the camera. But a little area right here we're gonna trim up. This is gonna be it though. We're gonna leave. We're gonna leave the rest of the fat. But this little piece right here, it's so hard it won't hardly render down. So we're gonna take it off. I'm gonna pull about that for now. We're gonna take it something for sure. That's gonna be taken. Let's see what else we got. That all feels pretty decent. That's not really good. That right there will help make. Well, if you're gonna do any of that, well, we're gonna take you off. All right. Little piece right there. That's gonna be some protection. A lot of this fat, I like to leave it on for protection. Because I'm gonna cook these things for probably 16 hours, 15, 16 hours, something like that. So we will wrap them, but I like extra protection because it's about 3 o'clock now. It'll be 10 o'clock or 11 when we wrap them. So get a little pepper on them. I'm gonna use a couple. I'm using that bottle up. It's finer than what I like. But we got some sea salt here we're gonna put on. Now, I don't worry about getting too much because the fat on this thing will render and it'll bleed a lot of this stuff off of it. So, I almost have to put too much. I have to make myself when my conscience is going, whoa, that's too much, and I can go a little bit more with my gauge. It's just kind of how my gauge reads. To me, that looks like too much salt, but I know from previous experiences it's not. So, this is a little bit more, of course, with pepper. Like I said, this is a little bit fine, but I'm gonna use it because it's almost used up anyhow. It ain't gonna hurt nothing, I promise you that. Need to get it out of the way though. Here comes my course. That's all I do. I used to try all these different garlics and chili powder and all that stuff, but it's always seemed like to me it turned out like the taste, the flavor always turned out tasting like beef jerky. So I don't want beef jerky. I want brisket. So salt and pepper. That's all I'm gonna do. That's all I've done over the last couple of years, really. Now, this is the fat side. Now we're gonna lay it up. And it's just gonna sit there and just sweat and run down off itself. It's gonna drip on the one on the bottom. Another ready. Be back in a minute. Alright, well, we got the briskets on. You saw us putting them on. Got a little more wood, starting to get some coals built, but we still got to keep an eye on that. Kind of rushing it a little bit on my fire. I usually like to have the fire built a couple hours before I put them on, but not today, just because I'm trying to get them going. We are up to temperature, but before this thing will actually sustain the temperature and not fluctuate so much, it's like anything else. You got to get the fire built and get it going and let it do its thing. But we're not real far from that because the intervals of the dampers closing and shutting is getting a lot wider. So I do know we are getting close to that coming up temperature. Matter of fact, I hear the damper opening right now. And you can see the smoke starting to come up. So what it's doing, it's wanting more heat inside the cooking chamber. So the damper just opened. There's going to be some more air going in right here. It's going to stoke the fire, go into the cooking chamber, make a whirl or two, then head right back out and come up. But in the meantime of all that taking place, that fire is getting hotter and this chamber's getting hotter. So, you know, a couple minutes, it'll shut down and do its thing. So we're good. We're good. Matter of fact, thought I heard it closing, but it's not. Yep, there it goes. It's closing now. So what is that, about a minute or so? Just it's not taking a lot right now to get it to temperature where we're wanting it, which is about 225 right in there. So those guys are on. We're gonna leave them alone. We're gonna give them about 6, 7 hours of that. Then I'll wrap them in full for the night and put a little more wood in there and call it good till in the morning. I'll get up about 5:30, make some coffee, come out here, stoke the fire, and let it keep doing its thing. But it'll hold temperature most of that time, so you know, which is a good thing. That's a very efficient cooker once you get things up to temperature and all that. It doesn't take all that much wood. I've had a lot of people ask me how much wood it takes to do on a cook. That varies on the wood. It varies on the how green the wood is. So, but honestly, it doesn't take. The initial is getting the fire going, and then after that, you just stoke it with a log or two. You know, maybe one day I'll keep count. I'll have to get some chalk, make some chalk marks on the side of the cooker. So, but anyhow, we'll come down in a couple hours and check on them, and I'll let y'all look and see what's going on. Talk to you a little bit. Well, it's about that time. We need to check on these briskets and see what our fire looks like. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Right there. We're gonna need to put some wood on it, but that's a healthy bed of coals right there. They get a little deal here and scratch that around a little bit. I like to even it out some, then we'll throw a few logs on there. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I keep a pile here. There's some, that there you see is a hickory. There's some pecan on the other side, but I'm going strictly oak tonight. Let me grab us one more. That looks like a good candidate right there. Let's see what our briskets look like. Oh yeah, they're coming along nicely. Yeah, they're doing good. Yeah, that looks good. Acting like it's supposed to, sitting there about 225. So pretty happy with what I see going on right there. So anyhow, we'll let them go a little bit longer, probably about 3 more hours, and after that we're gonna wrap them in full tonight, and we'll let them go from there. So we'll wake y'all up here in about 2 or 3 hours. It's time to wrap them full and put them back on. All right, it's time to wrap these briskets. That's sure shiny. Oh, don't those look pretty? Good gosh. I can't believe. All right, make sure it's all good and squished together. Back on the cooker. Woo, son, man, I can tell by the way it feels. It's really gonna come together. This thing. They're about to the point that they're fixing to stall. I know y'all have heard of that before, but I can tell by the way they feel. And I've done this long enough that we're just about there to that point. And that's okay. You know, some people panic. And, you know, a lot of those people that panic, they're like that helicopter parent that hovers over the kid. I don't care how much you hover over that brisket, you're not going to speed up or slow down that stall period. The best thing to do is let it play itself out. Quit checking it. Don't worry about it. Give it a couple hours and it'll ride itself out. The problem is, and the thing is, where people make a mistake is, it stalls out somewhere around 160, 180 degrees, closer to 160. People will panic and they'll start messing with their fire and their dampers, and they just start causing more problems. And I'll tell you, very seldom on a brisket you'll see me take a meat thermometer and stick it in there and check it. If you do see me doing that, it's typically at that 15, 16 hour mark. You won't see me doing it anytime in this period right here where I'm wrapping them and stuff, because it's a waste of time and it only makes you start second guessing what you're doing. And I'll tell you a secret. You cook these enough, you cook enough briskets the same way, once you get dialed in, there's no second guessing. You just do it. But that takes a lot of time and money on buying briskets. So, pretty much now I'm done with these till about 5 in the morning, and I'm still not going to open that up. I'm going to go back there and I'll rake my coals around, put a few more sticks of wood in there, 2 or 3, and let them go till, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock. Then I'll take them out and let them cool off before I decide to do what I'm going to do with them, which is slice them up and get them ready to vacuum pack. So, alright, due to a battery issue, I didn't get me pulling these briskets out of the smoker, but they're pulled out. It's about 45 degrees, so I'm gonna let them chill out here for a couple hours, let them tighten back up, and then we'll slice them up and vacuum seal them. We'll package them and vacuum seal them. So that's where we're at now. So nothing exciting, but they looked real good when we wrapped them, and I expect them to look even better once we take that off and get a look at them. Oh yeah, look at that. Yep. So we'll let them another hour or so, and we'll let them rest, and then probably be able to slice them up, vacuum pack them. So we'll see you in a minute. Well, I nearly got ahead of myself here on my videoing, but here's our brisket. This one got quite a bit of fat on it, so it's a little looser. There you go. What I'll do is make little no, it's about a pound right there. And I'll vacuum seal them just like that. Then I'll freeze them and eat them as I need them.
Loving it and love beats up. Loving it up when I'm going down.
We got all that sliced up, kind of amongst some Christmas gifts. So we're gonna head over to the vacuum packer sealer and get this all put up. So see you in a minute.